Okay, so it's 6:30. This is normally the time that I wake up, but yesterday I went to sleep much earlier, so let's do a day in the life. It's about fucking time. So in the markets for today, I will actually be looking for longs in the morning probably and shorts in the afternoon. I don't know if the shorts will play out today, but we'll see as price develops, and I'll take you through price as the day develops. So right now, as you can see, looking for longs at this fair value gap right here, even though this fair value gap is in premium of this leg. So this is something that I'm being careful of. That's why I'm writing need to see a good sweep before entering here. And then this is where I would be looking to take shorts, which is at this daily draw of liquidity at these highs. And the reason I would want to enter long right here is because entering long right here would make it possible to then price coming down, going up, sweeping the highs, then finishing with a big bearish wick, something like this. This is what would be possible to happen. So this printed candle right here. So yeah, let's go through this day. I want to do 2 case studies. I want to record a video, which is not this one. I want to read 30 pages. I want to do a call with a trader. I want to do something about data gathering and then stretch and meditate. So let's get to it. Okay, so it's currently 9:27. Price has developed not exactly how I was expecting, but there's a possible trade that might shape up soon. So basically, first I want to start off with the fact that I was looking for a trade down here. Why? Well, because we swept these lows right here. We swept these lows, and then I was on the 1 minute looking for a market shift, and it did happen. You do have the market shift right here. You have the fair value gap. Now the problem here is that I'm not yet confident enough to take these trades that sweep all this liquidity, which is great, but then they have a lot of momentum down, and you basically have to enter counter trend, counter momentum. Let's call it like that. And let's say you would enter with a 6 pip stop to the EQ. You would have taken 1 to 3, but for now, this is something that I need to still get more data on. So since this was the first shift right here, and you do also break above here, which is good, and only then come down, sweep these lows, and then move higher, you can look at this in hindsight and be like, okay, this would have been a good trade to take. Now, the problem with data itself is that if this would have broken lower, would you still believe that this was a good trade? And this is also quite a big distinction that you have to make when you are testing things out. Because if I show you right now my data on all the trades that I have, which until now are a total of 47, and I'm trying to get to that 100 mark. Basically, I have 42 winners, which would mean that I have a 90% strike rate, but that's not true, at least in the live market. So it's obvious that when you are backtesting, when you are doing case studies, you are mostly biased towards only looking at longs. That's why it's important when you are doing your markups, when you are doing your daily recaps, when you are looking at your missed trades, you're not just setting those trades because they were winners. That's highly probable that you do that, but you need to remove that bias as much as possible for you to then have actual good data behind it. And that's why a lot of people think that backtesting is a scam, and I understand why they say that. So that's definitely something that you have to keep in mind. But right now, what am I looking for? So we have just mitigated this 15-minute fair value gap. So I will be trying to see if we have a possible short to take from here. The change of trend would happen around these areas right here. But until now, price has been quite efficient. So let me put this down. Price has been quite efficient in coming lower. Even though it's basically breaking lower right now, I would have to go through time frames to see if there's a possible fair value gap, because here, completely efficient. This was very efficient, you see. Low, high, low, high. So right now the only fair value gap would be right here. So I will see how this develops and I'll keep you updated. Okay, I guess that for some reason my cameras decided to stop recording right at the end. But yeah, just took a 3R win, right? This win right here. If you guys were not reading what I was writing, I think it was important if you guys go back and you go through the time lapse, like kind of just read what I was writing, because I was writing what I was feeling in the moment, and basically two things stood out to me. One was when it was going in drawdown, I was kind of like, fuck, like I'm recording a day in the life and I'm going to take a loss, this kind of shit. And then last but not least, as price was moving lower and it was approaching the take profit, that's when I get most amount of emotion basically out of myself, because I see price approaching the lows, I see price approaching my take profit and then pulling back, and I'm like, come on, no, don't just miss my take profit. And I see it pulling back a little bit and I'm like, fuck, is it really going to do this? And I think about closing the trade again. I have very strong thoughts about closing the trade actually, but then I just let it go. One thing that I actually did, I just left the charts. There was no need for me to be looking at the trade, because by looking at the trade, the probability of me doing something unreasonable was higher. So why not just leave the charts altogether, which is what I did. I really think that giving you this perspective of what happened on a price to price basis during the whole trade is quite good, because now I'm investing a lot in my psychology and getting logical thoughts out there and just getting more logical, more rational as price is developing, not feeling as much emotion, or at least understanding that my beliefs are behind it. So documenting all this is really helpful, because it helps me then review the trades, review what I was doing on an emotional basis, and then I can fix what is wrong. I can talk to Pat about what is wrong, talk to someone else about something that might be wrong, and they can give me a heads up of, okay, this is happening, okay, this is why you're fearing the loss when it's close to take profit, and here's how you can work on it. So yeah, this was kind of a rant, but I think it's important. This is where I'm going to leave it off. Let's just say that I took the win, but instead of letting it go to take profit, I would have closed it early. Maybe this time it would have worked out where I closed it and it goes back to break even. Oh my god, I just avoided a 0.5% loss. But in the long term, this is what is going to happen, where I'm basically giving 1% back. 1% back, 1% back. And even though in that one particular trade I saved 0.5 over a span of 10 wins, where I'm saving 0.5 two times, which basically saved me 1%, it also made me miss out on the 8 other wins that would give me an extra 1%. So net, I gave back 7% to the market. And that can literally be the difference between a profitable month and an unprofitable month. So keep that in mind, keep your emotions in check, write on the charts, it really helps, write on a journal, all this really helps. So let's keep going. Okay, so I just kind of took a break and now I'm going to go back to data gathering. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So right now I have all these trades right here. There are 49 in total, and I want to write down how much time did it take to go to the entry, how many pips it was between the low and the entry, and how much time was I inside the trade, which you can't see. Okay, how much time I was in the trade. I'm not going to do this for all trades, I think, unless I get another coffee. And by the way, like before, I did not drink coffee because it wouldn't do anything to me. And right now, like this is my third today, and it's currently 11 a.m. The only reason I drank 3 is now because I want to get focused for this. But yeah, this has been a game changer now. And my friends always make fun of me because I went from, oh no, I don't drink coffee because it doesn't do anything to me, to fucking drink 4 a day. So let's get to data gathering. Okay, so it's currently 25 past 12. I'm going to grab some lunch. It's the first thing that I'm going to eat today because I've been fasting since I came here to Lisbon basically. So I'm going to grab some lunch, and while I'm having lunch, I'm going to talk with one of my fellow traders. Then in the afternoon, I think that I'm going to a new co-working space that I found on TikTok. And by the way, the only reason as to why this day looks so productive and full is because it actually is. But it's only so productive and full, I think, because I'm doing the day in the life. So don't get this idea that, fuck, I should be working 24/7, whatever. It's like, no, not really. This amount of productivity I haven't had in a while. And I have two things to thank, which is coffee and you guys. So let's get into the call. So if you guys want to know what I'm currently looking for, it's what time frame it was, the entry, the quality of the trade, the result, the session, stop loss, drawdown. This is going to give me the drawdown in percentage. This is the market shift quality, so how good was the momentum being injected into the market. This is a management style, so after a break of structure, moving to break even, if it would have tapped to take profit or if it would have taken me out for break even. This is how many candles it took to have the market shift, pips to entry, time to entry, and time in the trade. So that's what I currently look for in all trades when I'm gathering the data. Okay, so I'm about to go to a co-working space. Got everything packed. What I want to do is I want to read 30 pages. I'm probably going to ASR all the trades. Nothing is shaping up. Yeah, in my eyes, nothing is shaping up. So today I will not be taking any more trades. So I'll ASR the trade that I took. Probably just write some questions down for a YouTube video. And yeah, then we go to the gym. I'm still going to take my phone just because I don't want to take the camera. It's way too big, okay? Camera is way too big, too much attention. That's what I bought this phone for. It was fucking filming, so let's go. Okay, so I actually left a little bit early. Basically, I want to see if the hairdresser that is right beside my house actually cuts a little bit off the top of my hair, because I don't like how it looks. So yeah, guess we'll see. It was actually closed. I'm going to go to the gym. Okay, so it's currently 20 past 6 p.m. The market was interesting in the afternoon, but no entries for myself. What's the stock market doing? Oh my god, it's going down. It is going down. So yeah, right now, what am I going to do? So, I've read the pages, I've stretched. Oh shit. Oh god, I forgot something. Shit. Okay, I have a call. Okay, so I've done everything I wanted to do trading related today in terms of goals. I just need to do the daily recap and the daily markup. It's currently 7 p.m. I'm going to record a video, then going to do the markup and the daily recap, and then we're done for the day. Well, okay, this was a great day. I was able to work quite a bit. I got a lot done. Tomorrow, I'm going to focus on reviewing the data. I guess today was also good because I finished positive with a 3R win, basically. So just going to finish doing the markups, daily recap, and who knows, maybe I'll go to bed like at 9 p.m. I'm tired, man. I'm tired, man. Let's just do the markup and then I'll just give my final regards. Okay, so everything is done for the markup. All the comments are right here. Also have these comments right here for the markup. Now, one of the reasons I put this trade on, even though I don't think it's something that I would take over and over again, is because I've seen it playing out a couple of other times too. And so I want to actually have that data and this comment in mind. And so I'll show you what happens on my Notion. On my Notion right now, basically I can see, okay, the morning forecast, yep, it was done. The daily recap, yep, it was done. 2.78R was what I banked today, but what I could have banked maybe was 7.15. So when I see a big discrepancy between what I could have taken, which ticked everything, all the confluences in my plan, and what I took, it's going to make me look into the data. So on the weekend, I know I will be looking at this trade again, and I'm going to be like, was this trade in the plan or not? This is kind of what I would recommend everyone doing. So having your daily recaps, daily markups, morning forecasts, those three are very, very important. And I guess I haven't explained the trade that I took today, so let's look into it. So we have this break lower in the market, and it mitigated a 4-hour extreme, which you can see right here. This 4-hour extreme, which was also on a daily, basically extreme. So you can expect lower prices from a supply zone. So I went on the lower time frames and I was like, okay, price has gone right now. I'm not looking for price to sweep these highs now, but I want to enter in possible shorts because we might go onto the bigger discount. And so I want to enter in shorts, but also take quick profits. So after this move lower, I was like, let's wait for price to now go onto premium to then take a sell. And I saw that this is the first fair value gap that we have in the premium. Since that's the first fair value gap, I was like, okay, let's wait for a confirmation entry, which is a fair value gap after mitigating a fair value gap. We have this break lower, you see this market shift right here, and you go onto the 4-minute and you already have here a fair value gap. So since I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm going to take the trade. It's also cleaner on the 3-minute. On the 3-minute, you can clearly see right here the fair value gap. So I decided to take this right here. It was in a little bit of drawdown, and I've talked about my mindset throughout this trade. But yeah, I think this day in the life had a good amount of information, and I hope you guys thought the same. Only thing that is missing right now is me doing my emotional journal, which I'm basically going to write down everything I wrote down on the charts when the trade was running. So me wanting to close the trade early, the fact that it was in drawdown, and I was like, oh god, I'm recording a day in the life. I wouldn't really want to have a loss. All those things are going to be noted down, so on the weekend I can check and be like, okay, this happened once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Is there any pattern and what can I change? So doing the emotional journal really helped, and that's going to be an update to the Notion template for next year. So if you guys want to check the Notion templates out, they are going to be linked in the description with 40% off. And if you guys want to help out the channel, you also have the Funded Trader, which gives you 10% off and 125% refund. You have FTMO, you have my Forex funds, which gives you a 5% discount code. All the codes, all the links are in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you are still here with this emoji right here, and I will see you next week. Peace.